Hey guys, Stove here, and today I just wanted to show you a quick way to make some good money in 3.7.1. This was shown to me by Mango. I was having trouble making money, and I was really missing the bounties around Crusader that I used to get that were 6k, 8k, 10k, things like that, and you could just chain them and make around 100k an hour if you were just repeatedly chaining those. Well, they kind of have those back, but they're in a different location. The very first thing you want to do is you're going to want to complete your Pro Tim bounty and bounty assessment. I believe they go hand in hand. Now, I'm not sure if the bounty assessment matters, but I know the Pro Tim does, and that'll give you access to the player bounties and these two bounties right here around Levski. Now, these are Northrock service group, so you'll know right away if you see this that they're the right ones. There's an 8k one and there's a 10k one, okay? The difference is the 8k ones will give you a Black Cutlass to kill or a Constellation Andromeda or a Caterpillar. Don't worry, I'm going to show you how to kill the Caterpillar and the Constellation here in a second. Don't worry about that. You can do that in any fighter that has size 3 or size 2 gimbaled weapons. Doesn't really matter what you use here as long as you're using ballistics. This is either going to be a Valkyrie or a Hammerhead. If you get a Valkyrie, it's a free 10k. If it's a Hammerhead, I suggest you just move on. The hardest part of these missions is getting them to appear. What I would recommend that you do is, once you've completed the Pro Tim, if you don't have these appear immediately, just land at Levski, join a new server, and they should pop up. If they don't, wait 5 minutes, and then join a new server, and then eventually you'll get one of these, and then you can start chaining them, okay? So that's really what you have to do to get these missions. On servers that are stressed out and seem to be having problems, it's going to take a while to get these bounties to appear. Right now the patch is fresh, so a lot of people are logging on, and sometimes the chain for the bounty quits. But usually on a stable server, once you get the bounty to appear, you can just chain the 8k one over and over and over again if you just want to and you want to continue killing it. Now, there are better ways to make money, obviously, mining and such forth, trading. I don't really like to rely on those because the server's unstable. I don't like to put my ship on the ground like that and just leave it because somebody can come destroy it while I'm mining, things like that. So this is for people who just kind of want to grind some money in a safe way. And this is going to get it done for you, okay? So this is what we're doing here is 8k a pop. We're doing this Aspera one. It did give me a Constellation to kill. So there's two ways to do this. If you get a Black Cutlass, obviously it's a free kill. There's two ways to kill the Constellation, guys. And the first way is to destroy its engines and then kill the cockpit. Or you can just manually aim at the cockpit with manual gimbal, which I do. But for showmanship's sake, I'm going to go ahead and just kill the engines. So some of you other guys who haven't done this before can see how to kill these things pretty easily. Because once you kill the engines, it's pretty much a free kill, as long as it's not moving, right? Because it does kind of stop it from moving around after you kill the engines. Now, the biggest threat here when you're trying to kill these engines is to stay away from them so you don't actually get hit by these engines, all right? Because they'll fly off and they will come at you. Okay, so you definitely don't want to do that, and you can use auto gimbal for this. What you're doing is just sub-targeting the engines, which I've done, and we're just going to kill them one by one. So again, you definitely don't want to get directly behind it, kind of like I'm doing right now. You want to kind of get off at an angle because those things are going to come flying off very rapidly like that, and they can destroy your ship. So you're just going to switch to the next one after you kill one. And this uses maybe about 500 to 600 more rounds. It really doesn't take a lot more ammunition to do this, but it does save ammunition when you just kill the cockpit, and you just do that by flying around it, and I'll show you that in a second. But first we're going to kill these other engines. So we're going to get behind it again, make sure we're peppering those engines, and every time you kill one you're going to switch to the next with your sub-target hotkey and just keep it going. Should be getting the other one here in a second. There it is. And then the final engine should be coming off in a second. Don't worry about taking this damage. And we don't really worry about the other two guys that are with this. Shouldn't be a problem. And there's the last engine. So now he's going to shoot some missiles at us. That's fine. We'll actually see if we can use flares to thwart them, like they did a little bit. So now we just got to shoot the cockpit. I'm going to go into auto or manual gimbal mode. We're just going to shoot at the cockpit because it's really not moving, and there you go. And that is how you kill a cutlass very easily. And again, you can just do that by manually gimbaling the cockpit and flying around it like this and just making sure you're shooting the nose of the ship. For those that you don't know, there is 2 HP pools to a ship, the nose and the body. It's the same for most any ship, even the Caterpillar. If you're trying to shoot the Caterpillar's body, you're going to have a really hard time taking it down, and you're probably going to get through all your ammunition. What you're going to want to do is shoot at the little side cockpit of it, or you can actually fly close to it and shoot through the shields, which can be precarious for some because it can ram you, and those turrets can also get some easy shots on you if you have low shields and things like that. I wouldn't recommend doing that, but if you're a skilled pilot, go for it. But again, to kill a Caterpillar, it's pretty much the same way as that. You just got to aim for the cockpit, okay? And I usually do that with manual gimbal. On the Caterpillars, it's just all manual gimbal, flying around it and shooting at the cockpit. I'll have a clip for you as well, so that should be up there. But this is the way to just make 8K a pop over and over and over again if you want to do that. And there's another one right there, so you can just accept it. Boom, another 8K bounty. Now the thing that's the worst about these missions is that right there. It's 255 kilometers away. Now you do have to fly a little bit for these missions, but once you get going, you can kind of use the planet and the OMs to warp around it. This one, not so much because it's so far away, so you're just going to have to fly to it. They get further and further away from the planet, it seems, if you keep doing this. If you fly to the planet and then accept it, it seems to pop them a little bit closer to the OMs, so you can kind of use the OMs to skirt around the planet and get a little bit closer to these guys. As it's a little better than just, you know, flying from point to point 255 away. You cannot warp to them like some of the beacon missions you can. We can try that right now for you, just to show you that that's not possible. Actually, it doesn't even show up, it looks like, on the map. So there it is, right there. So we're going to try to click on it. Right there, set route, nothing appears, set route. So again, you cannot warp to these. You're just going to have to fly to them. But it is a great way to get money if you're lacking it and want to buy some weapons and some shields and some power upgrades and cooler upgrades. You're going to need some, at least, you know, around 150k to get all that stuff what you want on your ship. I think I needed like 130k to outfit this Gladius. So it's a good fast way to do that over and over again. Again, guys, these are the Northrock missions, bounty missions that you have to do, and you get these by doing the Pro Tim bounty, which opens up the player bounties as well. The Pro Tim bounty will take place around Levski, so all you got to do is come around Levski and then start doing these missions. It's really simple, really easy, and really fun. So I hope this helps you guys make some money, and see you next time.